Okay, so we're going to start off with a couple of definitions. So we have area, perimeter, dimension, surface area, and volume. So the first term, its definition is the distance around the outside of a two-dimensional shape. What is that right off the bat?
The perimeter.
Yeah, the perimeter.
Is that the first one?
Oh, it's uncalibrated. How unhappy.
Is the first one working?
Yeah, the first one's perimeter. So perimeter is just the space outside of a shape, a two-dimensional shape. So the next one is the amount of space inside of a two-dimensional shape, area. Thank you. Pretty easy. Okay, nothing new here, nothing too crazy. That's what we're going to be focusing on today is area and perimeter. So all the formulas will be given to you. I think on Google Classroom I have them all posted. I think there's like an EQAO formula sheet that you guys are going to use. And David, don't sigh. We're not actually doing EQAO. So I thought you were sad. Okay. The next one is the amount of space inside of a three-dimensional shape. Matthew, volume. David, can you do the next one? Can you read the definition and tell me what it's going to be?
Okay. The area of the outside inside of a three-dimensional shape.
What would that be?
That would be.
Nope. Nope. So we already have area, we have perimeter done, we have volume. Look at the words in the list. There's a word bank.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely not dimensions.
Surface area.
Surface
Yeah, I
area.
knew that. Literally proved that you didn't know.
Sean, what's the last one? If you get this wrong, I don't know what to do, man.
What's the last one, Sean?
So a measurement in one direction.
Let me see the word bank. That's for sure area.
Yeah.
No.
It's dimension.
That's for sure. Measurement in one direction.
Yeah, like the band. You measure the one direction band.
Oh, yeah, I
I think
remember
that's,
direction.
I think that's dimension.
It's dimensions.
It's dimension. Good job. We used area already.
Nah, I swear, I didn't say area.
So as easy as finding the area of regular shapes are going to be, we're going to be finding the area of simple shapes first, and then we're going to be finding the area and perimeter of composite shapes, which is the weird shapes. You have to split them up with lines and make 2 or 3 different shapes and all of that fun stuff. So let's see if you guys remember some easy stuff from elementary school. So we have a triangle, okay? A triangle is a shape with 3 sides, okay? How do we find the perimeter of a triangle?
I think I know what I just don't know.
Gian, you add all the 3 sides.
Oh, yeah.
So perimeter of a triangle is so side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3.
96.
So yeah, so 35 plus 20 plus 41. And as David so happily said with Laura's like assistance for the most part, is 96.
96. You're right.
Where did mine
David.
come from?
You're so weird.
Not weird.
Because I heard you say 96.
It wasn't me.
Who
Not
said-
me.
Yeah.
Oh, Joyce.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and under the area of 4.
What's the area of a triangle?
Isn't it based on something?
Yep. So when we talk about the height of a triangle is what? Straight up and down, or is it slanted?
Slanted.
Slanted. Straight.
Slanted. It's straight.
It's up and down. The height is up and down.
But like the line going up is slanted.
No.
No.
Or like
That's not going up. That's
The height of a triangle is always from the peak, from the top vertex, all the way straight down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
So this is the height of a triangle.
Yeah, I forgot.
So what's my base of this triangle? What's the bottom side?
30.
35.
Okay.
I think that's what it says.
Sienna, what's the height? 18, and then divided by 2. So can someone tell me what 35 times 18 divided by 2 gives me, Maya? What units? Centimeters, what? Yeah.
250. Oh.
Is it 630? Is that it? Oh, you forgot to divide by 2.
That's why I meant to do that.
Oh, what's divided by 2? Sorry.
I got 315.
Centimeters squared.
330?
315.
315.
315.
I know. Did he lie? Where's the wire now? I'm so confused.
Okay, so for our next shape, what type of shape do we have over here? What type of shape, Austin? We have a trapezoid. So what is the perimeter of a trapezoid? No. How do you find the perimeter of any shape? You have to do what? We have to do what with all the sides? Just add up all the sides. So perimeter is equal to 5.7 plus 5.2 plus 7.1 plus 4.5. And what would that give me? Perimeter is the outside of everything. 22.5 meters. Perfect. Does anyone remember how to find the area of a trapezoid?
I do not. Oh, I think it's base times height times width.
No.
Oh my god.
That was just a guess. That was just a guess.
Okay, so I'm gonna label it. Hold on.
Base.
Don't we get all the formulas that
You do, but I want to see if you guys remember. Who remembers the area of a trapezoid? Alice. Yep. Yep. Times what? The height? Times the height divided by 2. Yep. So the area of a trapezoid is the side B plus side A, so the two top sides added together, multiplied by its height, and then divided by 2. So side B is 7.1 plus side A, which is 5.7, times my height, which is what? What's my height? 4. Divided by 2. So bad maths, we have to do the bracket. What's 7.1 plus 5.7? 12.8 times 4. Yep. Divided by 2. Sean, can you do 12.8 times 4 divided by 2?
Yeah, 12.8 times 4 divided by 2.
Yep.
I got you. 25.6.
Let's see if Siri got that. There we go.
Yeah, I got it back.
Did Siri tell you the units?
AI?
No, I didn't even say the unit.
It's 25.6 meters squared. So yeah, don't worry, you're not going to memorize the area and perimeter formulas. I have to, by law, give it to you. No, I don't. I can choose not to. But I'll choose to give them to you. Because every other grade 9 teacher is choosing to as well.
They didn't give it to us in elementary.
No, they didn't. That's true, they didn't.
Okay, so for the next one, we have a circle. Does anyone know what the perimeter of a circle is called? Circumference.
Come on now.
The thing is, we can make this all so much easier. You could just grab a circle. Perimeter line, measure the line, do it. Done.
So what is the circumference of a circle? There's 2 different types depending on what you have.
Grab the line, make it straight,
I think
measure
I know it.
done.
Okay, Sean, take a stab.
Isn't it like radius times 2
Yep. Times Yep.
times
what?
diameter?
no.
Radius times diameter.
2 pi r.
Yeah, I know, I have the
Why
notes
pi?
for it. You do? Yeah, I was thinking like the big
What is
shit.
pi to do that thing?
Or circumference is just equal to pi times the diameter. So what's the difference between diameter and radius? Sienna? Radius is half of the diameter. So radius just goes halfway. What do we have in this circle? The diameter, because it goes all the way across. So my circumference is going to be pi times d, which is equal to pi times 50. Gian, can we leave it like this? Can we leave it as 50 pi? You can leave it as 50 pi, but we're not working with that. So David, can you tell me what pi times 50 is?
It's 157.079.
Can you? She asked David.
Sucks.
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
gonna
yes,
answer it.
first.
To the first decimal place, what is it?
157.1.
Millimeters. Perfect.
What's pi again? 3.14.
3.14, right?
Pi is 3.14.
Yeah.
So that number 3.14 is how much the value is in radians. The
So the perimeter for a circle
is the circumference, so C is equal to 2 times pi times the radius. Or if you have the diameter, it's just pi times the diameter.
Doesn't matter how you write pi.
Nope. Just make it look like a pi. Not literally, but make it look like that pi. Okay, for the next one, does anyone remember the area of her circle? Laura,
Higher.
pi r squared.
Oh, that's okay.
There's good pies, right?
Yep, they're perfect pies. So since we have the diameter in this circle, how am I going to find the radius? Maya. Yep. So radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2. So my diameter is 50, which means my radius is going to be 50 divided by 2, which is 25. So my area is going to be pi times 25 to the power of 2. Mr. Sean Almeida, what's 25 to the power of 2?
25 to the power of 2. I'm pretty sure that's to the power of 2.
Yeah, 25 times 25.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's 100.
No.
What?
Now listen.
Why?
Listen, I was thinking of it times.
25 times.
Yeah,
625?
Is it like
625 is my final answer.
That's
That's what I would
like
put on That's what I would put on a test.
Okay, and Mr. David John Charles, what is pi times 625? Use your calculator. Don't try using your head.
What? Times what?
Pi times 625.
Oh yeah, don't even use your head. That is no.
David. 1,962.
1,962.5.
What units?
Meters. Millimeters squared. Oh, I didn't see. I thought
Yeah,
it was one out.
I'm familiar with it.
No, because I was far.
So 1,962.5 millimeters squared. Good job, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
1,963. That's it.
Well, did you use the pi button? Yeah.
Pie button. There's a button that Hey, I'll take it. Apples here. For pie. Apple pie.
Hold on. I'm trying to find this pi button here.
Coconut pie.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find pi on my calculator. It's like impossible right now. No, because it gives you a different answer. Yeah, but I'm off by 0.5. No, that's the answer. 1,962.5. Okay. Okay, guys, so listen up. So we have a word problem now. So it wants us to determine the height of a parallelogram that has a base of 10 and an area of 65 meters squared. So what is a parallelogram? Like what sideways one? So all the sides are parallel. Yeah, that one. So my sides have to be parallel to one another as best as possible. It is. Don't question me. Question the people who made up these shapes.
Mistakes are proof that you're trying.
David, you make way too many
So-
mistakes to say that.
No, I don't. Actually.
So the height of the parallelogram goes straight down. So this is going to be my height. So we'll label it as H. It says my base is 10 meters and my area is equal to 65 meters squared. So based off your previous knowledge and your grade 8 teacher and grade 7 teacher, what did they say the area of a parallelogram was? It's literally the same as a square. And a,
7.
Yep. So area is equal to base times height. That's how you find the area of a parallelogram.
I think that's what I
So we know we have the area, which is 65. So what numbering am I going to put in for A? 65. My base is 10, so I'm going to plug in 10 for B. And I have no idea what H is. So going back to your algebra, how do I isolate for H? Claire? By 10. So what's my height equal to? 6.5 meters. Therefore, the height is 6.5 meters. So now we're gonna get to some annoying things. So yeah, no, it's the area and perimeter of composite shapes. Okay, guys, listen. You're gonna need to figure out how to manipulate these shapes to making them easy. Okay, so this is my first shape. Okay, so I'm just gonna label. So what would this side measure? The one with the 3 dashes, what would it measure? 7.3.
That's what I said.
Okay, Sean, what is the one with 2 dashes gonna measure?
14.6 meters.
No,
2.8 meters.
no,
2.2 meters.
2.2.
2.2. That's what I meant to say.
The reason why is because the other side also has the 2 dashes, so it's also 2.2.
Exactly.
So if this is 2.9, what is this one going to be over here? 2.9.
Yeah.
But as you notice, the side at the bottom also has a single dash. So what is that one going to measure? 2.9. So finally, I have this whole big side missing over here. How do I find that missing big side at the top? Alice. I'm going to add all 2.9 together. Claire, what is it? 8.7. So now for the perimeter, I have to add up all of the sides. The reason why this might get annoying is because you guys might add the same number again by accident because there's too many sides. So what I generally like doing is picking a starting point. So say I pick 8.7 as my starting point, and then I work my way either clockwise or counterclockwise. So we're going to start with 8.7. So 8.7 plus 2.2 plus 2.9 plus 7.3 plus 2.9 plus 7.3 plus 2.9 plus 2.2. So when you add up all of those numbers together, what do we get as my perimeter, Laura?
36.4.
Meters, right? So my perimeter is going to be 36.4 meters when I add up all of my sides. Okay, Vivian, I'll answer the question about what you're asking after I'm done the lesson. So I'm gonna find my area of this composite shape, which means I need to do my best to just divide this into two separate shapes. Don't try to divide it into three because you're just gonna confuse yourself. So, David, what's the best way to divide this composite figure in? Where would I put my line? Yazin, horizontally. So this red rectangle is going to be one of my shapes. So I'm going to label this as shape number 1, and I'll label the bottom one as shape 2. So in order to find the area of a composite figure, you have to find the areas of both shapes and then add them together. Obviously, they're both squares. So what would the area, or sorry, rectangles? So what would the area of a rectangle be? Length times width. So we're looking at shape 1. So what is my length and what's my width? 8.7 is my length, and my width is 2.2. So what's 8.7 times 2.2? 19.14.
Is it 2.2 for like kilograms?
Yeah.
Why do you always use Siri?
So the area of shape 1 is 19.14 meters squared. So again, area of shape 2 is length times width. What is the length and the width of shape 2? Maya. Yep. So 7.3 times 2.9. And what would that give me? What? Okay. Sean, how would I find the total area now?
You would do 21 point. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
2001.
No, it's 21.
21.17.
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
was saying,
that-
Danica. 21.17. I think it would do like to the power 2.
No.
Adam.
Adam?
21.17 plus 19.1.
That's what I was gonna. I was gonna say it second.
And what does that give you?
14.31.
What?
40.
40.31. I thought you said 14 by accident.
Yeah, I thought 14 too.
Yeah, I thought you said that too.
I said that too, Adam.
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright.
So therefore, the total area is 40.31 meters squared. I'll leave this for you guys to do alone, and then you'll show me at the end of class, because the last one over here involves algebra. Look, that's algebra. So for this one, I need to find the area and the perimeter of the shape. Okay, listen up, please and thank you. This one you're gonna need to really focus on because some of you are gonna forget how to multiply.
But can we use calculators?
But not. Does your calculator know how to do x to the power of 4 times x to the power of 2?
I have no idea.
It doesn't.
Probably not.
So,
Maybe the math.
okay, guys, listen up. I got to get through this. So determine the expression for the perimeter and the area of the following shape. So for the perimeter, how many sides am I missing? Two.
Two sides.
I'm missing this red side over here, and I'm missing the black side right here. So how do I figure out the red side? How do I figure out how much that measures? What do I need to use?
I know.
Sean.
I think you add 5 x plus 2x. To the
Yep,
other side.
5x cubed plus 2x cubed.
Yeah.
So the red side is going to be, so side red or red side, is going to be, as Sean said, 5x cubed plus 2x cubed, which gives us what? See if you remember how to add binomials together. Remember, the variable part stays the same, you just add the numbers. Alice, 7x cubed. So now,
I'm literally
So
you're
you're
not even writing
anything
anything down. You're not even writing anything down.
so for my black side, what two sides do I need to use to figure out the black side? David,
You need to do 7x and 10x.
what do I do? What operation?
7x times. Or no, not. Yeah. Oh, you subtract.
So you're going to take 10x to the power of 5 and subtract it by 7x to the power of 5.
Yeah.
And what would that give us?
3.
3 what?
3x to the power of 5.
So now, Dave, how do I find my perimeter? What do I have to do with all of the sides?
You have to add all of them.
Add all of them. Good. So again, start with 10x5 and work your way clockwise.
Yeah.
So I got 10x5 plus 2x3 plus 3x5 plus 5x cubed plus 7x to the 5 plus 7x cubed. So from your polynomial unit, how am I supposed to add all of these? Claire. We add the like terms. So what terms are like in this case? So remember, in order for it to be a like term, they have to have the same variable part. Adam.
10x5,
Okay, what else?
3x5,
And
7x5.
okay, what's the other pair of like terms or set of like terms? Maya.
2x3.
Yep.
5x3 and 7x.
Perfect. So I'm going to get 10x5 plus 3x5 plus 7x5 plus 2x cubed plus 5x cubed plus 7x cubed. So who can add up all of the like terms that have x to the power of 5 to them? What does that give us, Laura?
20x.
20x5. And how about the other three added together? Maya? Here we go. So that's the expression for the perimeter of that composite shape. 20x5 plus 14x cubed.
Just keep it like that.
Yep. Well, you want to simplify it?
I think you want to.
And now we're challenged to find the area. So what would the easiest way to split up the shape be? What would the easiest way to split this up be? Maya.
Square and a rectangle?
Okay, a square and a rectangle.
Both rectangles.
No.
Well, yeah, because you have different variable parts.
Oh,
That's why.
rectangle.
Okay, 2 rectangles. As per Laura saying 2 rectangles. So I have the red rectangle, which is shape 1, and the black rectangle, which is shape number 2. So now I'm going to find the area. So area of shape 1 is going to be the same thing, like length times width. What's the length and the width of shape 1? What's the area and what's the length and the width of shape 1? Sorry. Go.
7x3 and 7x5.
Yep. So I'm going to have 7x to the power of 3 times 7x to the power of 5. So now let's see if you guys remember your exponent rules.
Oh my god, not this again.
Multiply your numbers first, then do the exponent rule with the variable. Alice.
Don't you do the variable?
You multiply. Oh, so
Wait, don't you?
You do the exponent.
Yeah, but then you get 7 to the power of 2 is just 49.
Okay, yeah, 49 is ours.
You have to keep the x there.
49x to the power of 8.
Remember, when you're multiplying exponents with the same base, in this case we have x3 and x5, you're just adding the exponents together. Now we have the area of shape number 2. Again, it's length times width. So what's my length and width for shape number 2?
Two is length.
Okay, so I have 2x3 and 3x5. So what does that simplify into? Yep. Nope. What's 3 plus 5? 8. So now to find my total area, I just have to add those together. So total area is equal to 49x8 plus 6x8. And what does that give us?
55.
Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote.
Not just an equal or is there an A?
It's equal to 55x8.
No, I meant for like 2x, correct?
Yeah, that's 6x8. It's a bracket. It's an equal sign.
I meant if there was like A2.
Yeah, area 2. That's why I write A2 is for area of shape 2.
Yeah, I was just making sure
Yeah.
if that was there because that thing was like.
No worries. So you're going to do that one question we didn't do together. You're going to do that. I'm going to come and check it. And then there's the worksheet with it that is on the attachment, which I'll post it up. And then for those of you that didn't write your quiz,